Hello guys, this is Pedro. This is Pedro Fame here. This is going to be my channel that I'm just starting up. Please help and support, subscribe, watch content. Give me feedback down in the comment section. I will have something in the comment section you guys can answer to. But this is just an introductory video detailing you of what you guys I'm going to talk about today. Today I'm going to talk about the new cars that are coming out. The Detroit Auto Show just passed, so yeah, if you like it, subscribe. I'm gonna have a different separate channel with sports. I'm gonna have guests coming on there. You guys will see throughout the week. I don't do it every day. This is what I want to do. This is something I have a passion for and I really want to do. So this is my first video. See how it goes. Alright, the first car I'm gonna talk about here is the car that a lot of people were talking about at Detroit Auto Show, is the GT500 that just came out. So my thoughts on it: I used to work for Ford. Used to work for DeLand Ford. I don't know if you guys know where that is but that's right on the edge of DeLand and Iron City. Yeah, and I drove a lot of Mustangs. Drove the new 2018s. I've driven 2019s. I've driven 2017s. And honestly, the biggest thing was the noise was great. Like the pure volume of that exhaust was great in the 2018s, 2015s through 17s. It was lacking. On the 2018s, the digital display is great. One of the biggest complaints, though, I have heard from customers, and I heard personally with my friends, was it clearly needed a dual clutch transmission. Transmission was 10-speed automatic in 2018s. Before that, it was, I believe, it was like a 6-speed. It wasn't great. The 10-speed was great, though. 10-speed was great to shift through. Thing was, Ford didn't really come out with the greatest paddles, and the interior could use better work. But on the GT500, they knocked it out of the park for sure on the body style. One of the biggest things that they probably could have improved on, in my sense, is probably I like that they added the Tremor dual clutch. That was a great idea. It's gonna spin through 7 gears, which is absolutely great. It's actually comparable to the PDK. Not in instant shifts, but definitely in how it comes off 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna rev almost 8,000, 7,500 about. Revs to exhaust is great. Great presentation by Ford. They always do great presentations when it comes out to their muscle cars and their exclusive truck series. So one of the better things that they have done was definitely adding better deepening exhaust, 5.2 crossplane with a supercharger. That's the same actually supercharger that's actually used in the ZR1, my favorite personal car. And I think it also does really well with the styling cues. I think adding it being a little bit wider and it being a little bit more aggressive, definitely a better grille. Things that they could do better was the interior still looks like a GT. I mean, I would have liked it to be a little bit more special, and maybe more exclusive, just because I think they should have done a 500 car production instead of it being as wide open as it is. That means it is going to be a car that's going to be devaluing over time, which kind of sucks because I've always wanted the GT500 to be an exclusive series. I'm glad I went to a dual clutch instead of a manual, because I felt like the manual would have been way too slow, especially for a car over 700 horsepower. So that's another big thing. A lot of people don't know what is the torque and the horsepower. Ford did not confirm anything. They are still doing testing currently on it. I personally believe it's 750 and close to 680 about in torque. Quarter pound numbers are great. 0 to 60 could be a little bit better if they would have dropped the weight. I mean, the weight is ridiculous. Almost 4,000 pounds for a car that's a coupe. I mean, it should be around 3,500 for me. But it's creeping up pretty heavy weight there. But again, it is a great car. They were calling it the king of the streets instead of king of the track, how like the GT350 was. And this will be the first time since the 70s that the Shelby GT350 and the 500 are going to be together. And that is a great thing. I think that's an awesome thing that Ford's doing, and they should be doing that continuously going on forward. A lot of people don't know this, but Ford's actually going to be producing a brand new Ford Mustang GTs and Shelby's in 2022. That is when they are expected to release in 2021 their 2022 model of the Ford Mustang. That's going to be brand new. Nobody knows any of the figures yet, if it's still going to have the Coyote engine or what's going to be going on. Seems like they're going to be keeping the EcoBoost. They will not bring back a V6. But it also looks like they're going to bring a V8, but they may not have a Shelby at that time. They might just do a continuous run of the GT500s, but 350 may stop. So hopefully they can add 350 in there because it's good intermediate. But hopefully they change the 350 to a Tremec dual clutch as well, so both of them could have it at least as an option for the GT350 instead of a manual. I prefer that kind of because the manual I feel like is way too slow. I've driven stick, I've driven automatic. I love them both. I have pictures of a GT3 being with the GT350, me driving a GT. I've never driven a 350 personally. I've driven a GT. I've driven a Roush to 7. That was pretty cool. But again, another car that a lot of people are talking about that came out from Toyota, the Supra. I'm not gonna lie, don't really like it. It has an NSX effect to it, where it took too long for it to come out for me to personally get involved with it. I liked it better if it was something called something else. I felt like what a lot of YouTubers have said is like it's a souped up BRZ. That's what the BRZ should have been. It should be 340 horsepower. It should have this amount of torque, and it should have the interior of what the Toyota Supra has. Toyota did a great job on the interior. I think it looks really good, especially with the tachometer that it came with. The all digital screen that's optional. The only thing I don't like about it is the styling. The styling looks horrible. It looks ugly. It looks like a bug. It looks like the Z4 with the bug headlights. But again, it is marketed with the Z4 because it was co-developed with BMW. That's bigger. It's a big brand for Toyota to hook up with. Toyota probably shouldn't have went that route. I'm gonna be completely honest here. They should have went with a naturally aspirated V6. To me, it would have been better. The engine is not as moddable as it was with the old Supra, which is a big thing with me because that was one of the Supra was to be super moddable and make it look amazing, however way you wanted it to. It's not like that anymore, and I get it, you gotta be up to date with emissions and everything, but that's still something that could have been done better. Another thing definitely is the new Cadillac that they got, the XT6. That SUV, it definitely looks good, but it's not my favorite looking one. But it definitely has a striking design, and you know that it's Cadillac. From the design, another couple of vehicles that should have debuted that didn't know why, was the new ZL1. Where was Audi? Where was Audi with another RS7? I mean, the thing is practically almost 4 years old. I mean, it's getting old. Where was BMW? I mean, other than the Z4 and the 8, what else are you doing? I mean, we just saw the new reveal of a 3 Series here recently, but what about a new 5 Series? Why hasn't that one come out yet? Lamborghini, what are you guys working on? You know, you just debuted the Evo, but what is there to pivot to? Ferraris, same thing. What are you doing? You haven't released anything recently. McLaren's did a great job. They didn't need to go to the Detroit Auto Show. They just had the Senate finally get put out. I like to see something above a 570, but below a 720 still. Still love to see that in their lineup. Another car that a lot of people are talking about is the C8 Corvette. I like that it's going mid-engine, but I want it to be a dual clutch. If it's not a dual clutch, and the Mustang GT500 is, and that is crazy itself. But if the Corvette doesn't, it's going to be very bad for Corvette. Corvette will not get any sales as they did with the C7, and it's going to end very bad for them. The Camaro is already slipping. It cannot afford the Corvette slipping as well. It needs to be consistent. Give what the people want, because if you don't, they're not going to order it. The Camaro's already gotten so much flack in the 2020 models. They've gotten a huge amount of flack for it. They are already one of the worst sports cars out there. Like, I mean, it's behind the Mustang, it's behind the Challenger. And Challenger's been out since 2009. It's 2008. If it's the same body style, and that thing is still selling strong, still number 2. What is happening with the Camaro? Like, a 6th gen Camaro wasn't a big enough upgrade from the 5th gen for me. I mean, the interior was 100% better interior. Definitely needed it. 100% like it. The exterior wasn't, though. It was just a little facelift, pointier nose. The Z01 did a great job, though. The Z01 looks amazing. Smack dab. I want a new one, though, because it has been 3 years. It's time for a refresh. But I don't want the 2019-2020 body style, because I'm not gonna lie, 2019-2020 body style looks ugly. Headlights terrible. The SS models look decent, but they're still not picking up any steam. They need to do better. A couple of other things is what happened to the other car manufacturers and what's happened to Detroit Auto Show. It's starting to become lame and not as big as it used to be. The LA Auto Show is starting to gain more traction than the Detroit Auto Show, which shouldn't be. Detroit is the home of America's cars, so that is something that we should definitely change the date to. I like what Vehicle Version said. Probably watch his channel, it's Long Street Speed, but Vehicle Version said to change it to the summer months. I agree, they should, and let it be outdoors instead of being indoors constantly, because I think that would be better interaction with the manufacturer to consumer, and especially to the media. The media definitely would like to do a ride around in the car. They wouldn't like to be there in 10-degree weather trying to ride around in the car. They're not going to do that. That's why it's inside. That's why it should be moved to outside in the summer months. Also, yeah, so this is the end of the video. I just want to talk about the Detroit Auto Show today in an introduction video. My name is Pedro Perez, but this channel is going to be called Pedro Fame because that is what my 2K personal handle is. And if anybody wants to get it in 2K, please put your Xbox login down below, and I could face you if you guys want to. And let me know some ideas that you guys want for the next video. Again, this will be a car channel. I will have a separate channel for sports and everything, and I'll go ahead and kick that off sometime within the next couple of days. Hopefully, I'm trying to get this channel to get popping a little bit first before I probably populate a sports channel, but I think the sports channel is probably going to do a little bit better just because cars isn't as big as sports. And I'm passionate about both, so that's what I'm talking about. And then eventually, down the road, probably in about 6 months, after I get a couple thousand subscribers here, I will do a music channel where I will be listening or giving my thought on the current music status. It'll be hip-hop more related. I will try to add a couple of other genres in there, but for the starter of that, it will be hip-hop. This channel is a car channel, and I will have a sports channel coming up. Alright, thank you. Please like and subscribe. My name is Pedro, and I'm out.